Chapter 14. The Nightingale. Long ago, in China, there lived an emperor. He lived in a palace built of porcelain. The walls of his palace were painted with pictures of rare birds. There lived a nightingale in a nearby forest. It was plain to look at, but it sang melodiously. Every morning it came to the garden in front of the palace. People who heard it sing were enchanted. One day the emperor was taking a walk in the garden. He heard the sweet song of the nightingale. He was delighted. He asked his men to bring the nightingale to his palace. The next day the emperor's men brought it to the palace. The emperor told his servants to keep it in a golden cage. The nightingale sang very sweetly. The emperor heard its songs every day and shed tears of joy. Every evening the bird was released from the cage, and it came back to the palace in the morning. One day the emperor received a gift from a king of a distant land. It was a toy bird. Its wings were made of gold. It had a crown of diamonds. The emperor said, "Isn't it marvelous? If you wind it with a key, it sings." All the courtiers were fascinated by the toy bird. Whenever the emperor or the courtiers wound the key bird, it would sing all day. They were so thrilled with it that they forgot all about the real nightingale. Nobody took interest in its songs. The poor nightingale felt neglected. It flew away sadly into the forest. All the people saw the toy bird and sang its praises. They said, "Your Majesty, this toy bird not only sings sweetly, but it also looks beautiful." The nightingale was not beautiful. The emperor showed the key bird to everyone who came to the palace. But one day he wound it so hard that the spring inside it broke. The toy bird did not sing any more. Nobody could set it right. It lay in the corner of the room, quiet and still. A few weeks later, the emperor lay in his bed all day. He did not talk to anybody. He did not smile. He looked very sad. He ate very little. The doctors who came to see him said that they were helpless. Why did the emperor look sad? One evening, the courtiers saw tears in the emperor's eyes. He said, "I wish I could hear the song of the nightingale." At once the courtiers set out in search of the nightingale, but they did not find it anywhere. The next morning, the emperor was woken up by sweet music. He looked out of the window. He saw the nightingale sitting on the branch of a tree. It was singing for him. There were tears in the emperor's eyes, and there was a smile on his lips. He sat up slowly. The nightingale came to the palace every morning and sang sweetly for the emperor. Soon the emperor got well and lived happily ever after.